For generations, America has repeated a familiar accusation. Black fathers are absent. They abandon their families. They don't raise their children. They don't care enough to stay. This accusation appears everywhere. Political speeches, media, movies, and everyday conversation. Sometimes it's direct. Other times it hides behind phrases like broken homes or fatherless communities. Eventually, repetition starts to sound like truth. But repetition is not evidence. Yes, some fathers are absent. But that's true across every race, not just in the Black community. The myth begins when those failures are used to define all Black fathers. And it survives because America confuses three different things: being unmarried, living in a different home, and being uninvolved. The reality is, we all know those are not the same. A father can live elsewhere and still show up every day. And a man can live in the same house and still be absent. This documentary asks a simple question: what does the evidence actually show? Much of the stereotype comes from household statistics. It's true there was a time that Black children were more likely to live in homes without their biological father present. But that statistic is often misunderstood. Not living in the home is often translated into fatherless. But many Black fathers who live separately are still deeply involved, helping with homework, attending events, providing support, and staying connected. Research from the CDC tells a different story. Black fathers, both resident and non-resident, report high levels of involvement in daily parenting activities, like reading, feeding, and caring for their children. In some cases, Black fathers reported greater involvement than fathers from other groups such as white and Hispanic fathers. This doesn't mean every father is present, but it does mean the stereotype of the uncaring Black father is not supported by the full evidence. In order to understand the myth, we have to go back to slavery, when Black families were routinely separated. When fathers had no legal rights to protect their children, families were broken apart by force. At the same time, slaveholders began to spread the idea that Black people were incapable of stable family life. This wasn't accidental. It justified the system. But history shows something different. After emancipation, Black families searched for each other, traveled long distances, and rebuilt relationships that had been torn apart. The system that separated Black fathers later became the evidence used to claim they were naturally absent. So in 1965, a government report known as the Moynihan Report brought national attention to Black family structure. It acknowledged the damage caused by slavery and discrimination, but it also described Black families as a tangle of pathology. Public conversation shifted. Instead of asking, "What has been done to Black families?" the question became, "What's wrong with Black families?" That shift mattered. It moved attention away from inequality and toward blaming individuals to serve a political purpose. For much of the 20th century, stable jobs helped support families. But as factories closed and jobs disappeared, many communities, especially Black communities, lost economic stability. At the same time, policies around welfare were used to discourage men from being officially present in the home. Then those same records were used to claim fathers had disappeared. The missing job became the missing father, although this action was tied to discrimination and other barriers. Mass incarceration also played a major role. In addition, millions of Black men were removed from their communities through aggressive policing and sentencing policies. Children were separated from their fathers, not by choice, but by force. Yet many incarcerated fathers stayed connected by writing letters, making calls, maintaining relationships. A prison sentence creates physical absence. It does not automatically mean emotional abandonment. Media shapes perception. Stories about failure get attention. Stories about everyday responsibility do not. So the public sees the exception and mistakes it for the rule. Millions of involved fathers go unnoticed because their presence isn't considered news. This creates a distorted picture of reality. The myth survives because it's simple. It explains inequality without examining history, economics, or policy. It shifts responsibility away from systems and onto individuals. It turns complex problems into easy answers. And over time, the narrative becomes accepted by society. The truth is, some fathers are absent, some families struggle. But most Black fathers are present, involved, and committed, whether they live in the same home or not. Black fatherhood is not one story. It is diverse, complex, and human. The myth of the absent Black father survives because it hides what doesn't fit the narrative and only shows what they want you to believe. But the truth has always been visible. In the father who never misses a school event, the father who provides in ways that's not able to be part of a statistic, the father who stays connected despite distance or hardship. Black fathers did not disappear. Most were never gone. They were simply left out of the picture largely due to the system. So do not measure fatherhood by an address. Measure it by presence, care, and commitment. To all the Black fathers, keep showing up for your kids, and let's erase this narrative from the norm of our community. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this.